Alright guys, welcome back to another video on Bitcoin technical analysis and other stuff that we could talk about. So in this episode we want to talk about and continue talking about what the price action is going to be, right? Previously we've talked about how we are in this M pattern, which is a double top, it's a bearish pattern, and it usually dumps to the downside, and the target is from the top of the M to the bottom of the M here, and that would bring us to 46. Well, I think last time we were saying it was going to be at 51, and let's kind of revisit this. Okay, so if we were to treat the neckline here like that, and then we were to do this, yeah, that would be 49k, but then there's a resistance at a slight one at around 52, 50, 52, and 51, right? And so what happened was that's the main pattern, but then the pattern we are most concerned about here is the bear flag. You see, I've drawn a couple things here. Might be difficult to see on the daily time frame, but let's just switch it to the 4-hour, and you see, we were talking about. I was specifically saying that without this line here, we were gonna go, we were gonna go sideways and slightly up, like a rising wedge here. Then the target would have been like this. We would measure it from the top here, and that would bring us to 50,000. So it was, maybe we didn't measure like this. It could have been from here. In any case, it was more a conservative approach. Yeah, about 51k here. So we could have a range from 50 to 52k, or even 49k to 52k. In any case, the exact the exact target is not the key here. The key is whether we're actually going down or going up or just sideways. And so we are still in this flag, very high stochastics on the 4-hour. On the daily, we're actually, we're trying to recover. But if this turns, okay, we'll get to that in a bit. So what I wanted to say was, right now, we kind of have this on the 4-hour. We're gonna have this symmetric triangle, and very overbought, and so that means we're gonna go to the bottom of this line or trend line, and a symmetric triangle usually goes down, and we're gonna start going ahead to the mid 50s. And if you treat it as sort of like a bear flag from this pole, then it's gonna head to 55, right? So, we're gonna do that. Well, let's just look at the possibilities of a reversal back up, because we don't want to be both too optimistic and too pessimistic. So the one thing I could think of is the daily. It's still heading back up. Although it's kind of curving, we could curve and then head back up. Just like we could curve down here, but we could still dump. But the price, of course, it might not go as far as, let's say, from here to here. We're gonna have a steep movement. Okay, so that could happen. And remember, we are still in this rising wedge. So if this is the right pattern, it should head to the top of this, right? And if we can break some resistances, namely these ones, that's a good sign. And if we have any bearish divergences, we have to look at the smaller time frame. Larger time frames, we don't see any right now. 4-hour, yeah, we don't see any right now. And that's just deeps below 59k. 59k is really strong, right? We haven't really been below it except for a couple of occasions. We did that here, but that was it. So this region here, this rectangle here, we can be there for quite a long time. So if we actually look at the, I don't have it open right now, but the fear and greed index is actually at, let's see, what is it at right now? It's at 47, right? We were at like high 70s for a long time. So that means people are more fearful. That means there's more opportunity to pump it back up. So, but this AMP pattern could really just play out, right? Because if we treat this as the neckline, right, and the 200 moving average could just meet somewhere here in this region, and we could really go down further. But if this is what happens, we're gonna go up, down, and this just goes up, and then boom, right? We're heading down. Then we can really measure both the bear flag, like I said here, and let's not even take the wicks here. That'll be at 51.9, right? And then the AMP pattern plays out as suggested. The 4-hour is the 4-hour has nothing right now to see except for this bear flag. The 1-hour, we're getting actually interesting thing to see because we are trying to get above the 200 SMA. That's one of the other things we could see to get a reversal. But the high Stokes, relatively high RSI, right, and we're getting rejected on a Sunday or Sunday night, wherever you are. So we got rejected here just an hour ago, and we kind of see like a rising ascending triangle kind of vibe here, but the Stokes are not helping. But if we do break it, potentially we could head back up, close above the 200 SMA, but we're still in this bear flag, you see. So we could go like that and just follow my longer time frame analysis, essentially. So let's look at the even smaller time frame, right? If we 15-minute looks good because we're getting support from the 21 moving average, and we had a cross here, the 21 crossing the 200, and we had every other cross, right? We had the golden cross here. We have all the crosses, and it's a healthy kind of spread. So this is a good pump, but again, they're too far apart. So we need some miracle. We need some high level reversal from the higher time frames, because the lower time frames are very temporary. So yeah, everything's just saying the same thing. 5 minute, 1 minute saying similar things. I wouldn't really look at the smaller time frames for any type of movement right now. It should all be like in the longer time frame, because obviously if you're trying to just do a quick scalp, just do a short trade, like a quick trade, yeah, that's fine. But then you have to heed the idea that this just keep going horizontally and eventually break down. Let's do a couple more minutes here. Let's look at some of the other markets and see whether there's any movement. There's some movement here, right? But still mostly just zeros. Casper's got still very strong here. Total market cap. What's going on with the total market cap? Well, we've got support here, but we have a downward trend on the 1 hour on the below the 200 moving average. So it's the same pattern. So AM pattern, getting support. Bitcoin dominance. We're still heading back up, but 100 stochastic RSI, which means we could come back down. Or if we could go sideways, form a flag, we could head back up to 55%. So yeah, watch out for these two things, and that's it. Whoa, look at Casper. Look at what's going on here. So we reached, wow, all-time high. Is that all-time high? Wow, yeah, Casper did it on an all-time high during the mini bear run. 19k. Yeah, the volume's okay. Not too great, but not too bad. It's, whoa, the candle, we got a bearish engulfing here. It's pretty dumpage. Yeah, wasn't sustainable. But can we hold the 200? That's something to look at. All right, guys, that's it for today's technical analysis. I just wanted to get something across here. So there's this coin that you should avoid trading because they have, you should look into this. It's on our website at capital.us. You should just read it. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but they have pretty much breached contract that we're actually speaking to, a lot of professionals and looking at ways. So they still owe us 96,000 coins. So look into that, and they have a lot of information coming out on some projects, and just I wouldn't trust them with my tokens, right, or with my crypto. And it's just, those are facts. Those are just what happened. There are chat information. There's the contract. Enough information has been blurred out, so there's no like confidentiality issues as per our lawyers. So look at it, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like, like the content, make sure you like and subscribe, and turn on the notification, comment, and feel free to discuss with things with us. And I'll see you in the next video.